Hello and welcome back to episode 3 of the Studio C Fun Show. I am here with my two co hosts.
Hey, what's good? What's great? It's your boy Phil.
Who forgot to unmute KV.
Wow, the disrespect.
I mean, it's not disrespectful because you never come in muted, and everything that you say before what you think is before the show, they can hear. So I mute you every time we start.
Okay, now I gotta say my intro all over again now. And- Yeah, kid.
Let's get into the first topic of the night. After months and months, all the Hollywood strikes are finally over. That is huge. Studios are finally putting out official release dates, which we will get into later this episode. Let's see if I can pull it up. I have a list of all the MCU release dates. There are more from like Disney and or Pixar and different ones, but I just have MCU ones. Um, but yeah, all strikes are finally over in Hollywood. I thought this day would never come.
That's one thing we're gonna have to fight at some point. Because it's a thing of like, you don't want to let the fans down, but you also want to be treated properly. So, I mean, it's a good thing because it kind of would have been awkward since me and you barbecue are two people that are have interest in getting into that business. It would have been kind of awkward going in there, and these people are all on strike, and we're coming in here looking for a job. Kind of make us look like the bad. I feel like it would make us look like the bad guys by trying to steal, like like I don't know, like get our foot in the door while the strike is going on. But it'll have been I felt like it would have been a lot of red tape of trying to get around that. But yeah, I'm glad they did, come to something.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I feel that, of course, finally it's over. It's unfortunately that something like that had to happen. Everyone should be treated fairly, given their fair opportunities and fair share of what they're doing. But I did know that of course, it had to come to an end eventually. I just hope that it stays that way. I hope that we don't get brought back into this. And yeah, we get to see a lot of our favorite TV shows, movies that we've been looking forward to. A lot of that stuff is starting to either get back in production or starting to get release dates and things like that. So it's definitely huge news.
I mean, another thing, every like big entity, like as far as entertainment, sports, if you go through history, there's always been some sort of lockout or some sort of boycott or something. Like the NBA has had its lockout. I don't know about the NFL though, but a lot it's a common thing that has happened before. So yeah.
But yeah,
The
we just
NBA has had two of them, but yeah, I just want to say it, put that out there.
we normally talk TV shows and movies and stuff. So I wanted to add that little mention that before we get into our versus series. So we didn't have a meeting last week, so I think Phil brought it up. A sidekick uh versus would be good. So you guys don't know who I picked. I literally picked this. It would have been minutes before the show started if Kid Vicious wasn't late.
So, my assistant scheduled our time to go see the movie incorrectly.
But yeah, you guys have no idea who I picked, which I feel like some of these are pretty good. I'm not gonna spoil all of them, but I feel like some of them are pretty good. So for the first round, Bucky versus War Machine. Who do you think's gonna win?
That's an interesting one. I never really considered them sidekicks, but hey, okay. Bucky versus War Machine?
I mean, Bucky's a sidekick to Captain America, and War Machine's a sidekick to Iron Man.
I guess. I mean, I could classify War Machine as a sidekick, but Bucky, they were enemies at first, so
They were
Yeah,
friends at first, and then they were
yeah,
enemies, and
yeah.
then
I
they
mean,
were
when
fighting
I say,
side by side.
yeah, I don't really consider that a sidekick though. But hey, Bucky versus War Machine, I'm gonna have to go with War Machine because like he got the suit and all that, the little Iron Man suit. Bucky just really has a metal arm. That's it.
He also
And
has a
his
super soldier serum.
yeah, that too, and his training from the military. But I don't think that's enough to beat War Machine.
yeah. First, I'd like to speak on this. I think this is going to be one of the more interesting verses because sidekicks is something a little different. And I also was curious to like hear what would be classified as a sidekick, what would be classified
Yeah,
as a
I don't.
partner or like a side character. But like I could go for either or with same with Bucky and War Machine.
I feel like
As
they're
far
podcast.
yeah. Also, with Bucky, obviously, I'm assuming we're talking about the Winter Soldier Bucky, but I want to say there's also a version of Bucky from the '40s with Captain America that like actually was in his own like Captain America type suit and was like a legit sidekick. But yeah, so doing Winter Soldier versus War Machine, like KV said, I gotta agree with him. I mean, at the end of the day, you're going a metal arm versus a metal suit. And then I know he has a super serum, of course. But also I just look at the Civil War movie when Captain America and Bucky had to jump Iron Man to barely beat him, let's be real. So I understand, of course, War Machine isn't as experienced as Tony Stark, but he still is in the suit. He's a military guy, so probably has more experience with fighting than Tony Stark. So I definitely think not Winter Soldier, but War Machine is gonna come through.
Yeah, I think it. I think. I do think War Machine will win. Um, but I think it'll be close. Uh, they both have military experience. Although you could say War Machine's experience is a little better than because you got to think War Machine was in the military in what was it, early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, which was even then a lot more technology than they had and a lot more experience than they had in the 60s where Bucky got his, I think 60s or 50s. Um,
It was during World War Two. Oh,
Still,
one of the World Wars.
Yeah, it was during the '40s with World War II.
yeah, 40s. So, I
I mean,
mean, even
Bucky.
if even if Bucky could get him out of his suit, I still think War Machine easily takes him.
Oh my God, no! Out of the suit, no.
Out of the suit?
Actor who plays War Machine is a little man. He's a skinny little man. No, Out of the
Out
suit,
of the
Bucky would
suit.
annihilate him.
All right, well, don't think of the actor. Try to. I would
Yeah.
like. I'm thinking of like the character War Machine, and even still not because
He was a human person. Out of the suit, he's a human
yeah,
person.
yeah. I mean, I agree with you though, and kind of like barbecue. I know you were mentioning, but Bucky has the super serum as well. So I mean, at that point, you got normal human with military experience versus a superhuman with military experience, plus the
Well,
metal arm still.
if
So
if
I think.
let's go with if War Machine doesn't have his suit, then Bucky doesn't have his arm or the serum.
He still beats the crap out of him.
No, he doesn't.
I mean, he still got like 50 pounds on the guy, bro. Come
Again,
on.
that doesn't matter.
It does. Weight has a factor on a fight.
Okay, but like the only thing now, KV, you're going back into the movie where like if it, in the first Iron Man, you know, War Machine, well, not War Machine, but Rhodey, the character, was played by Terrence Howard, and Terrence Howard is bigger than Bucky. So like, I don't even know how he looks in the comics, but I'm just thinking of War Machine as a pretty, as a pretty, at least it's a similar size as Winter Soldier. But yeah, I think that
I just
that
think Bucky's gonna kill him in any form,
No,
bro. The guy's a psycho.
now does Bucky not have an arm? Is that why he has the metal arm?
Yeah,
Or
because I
yeah,
think he got exploded or something like that.
yeah.
He
I mean,
is,
he was in the most gruesome war of all time. So yeah.
but even no, without the super soldier serum, Bucky's old. You got to think about that. He's like what, 70 years old?
Okay, if you say that, then yeah, he loses because he's
So yeah,
old.
he loses.
But some old people keep themselves in shape, bro. I've seen old people with
I
six
don't
packs,
care.
bro.
Even with that, if they're both basic human beings, I mean, even especially with his more advanced military training, he wins. War Machine wins. There's no way you could spin it to where War Machine doesn't win if they're both basic humans.
I mean, yeah, yeah, Bucky would be old by then, but yeah,
yeah, yeah, I agree. If we do that, then I mean, of course, War Machine would win. But if we're just, but like I said, at that point, we're taking away what makes him Bucky, and then like I said, we're taking away what makes him War Machine. But yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, with suit, he War Machine wins, and so that's one. All right, Harley Quinn and Robin. So Harley Quinn is a sidekick to Joker, technically.
yeah, I don't know if that you would say his wife slash girlfriend. I really don't know. It's a very unusual relationship.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I thought about it. Was Harley Quinn is technically a sidekick,
Yeah,
just like
I can see these two. Yeah,
I say. I say Harley Quinn. Just because she has her giant hammer, she has like she's strong. She's very strong. I feel like she would. It might be close, but I feel like she would defeat Robin.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Robin on this one because arguably he's the sidekick of one of the greatest superheroes. And I usually hate on Batman, but you can't deny his combat skills. And Robin has those same exact combat skills as well. I mean, he has his own team, the Teen Titans. So he's pretty. I feel like he's pretty strong. I feel like Harley Quinn has the hammer. I mean, she has the bat. She has a gun. I mean, but Robin also has gadgets as well too, along with the staff. So I think he would outsmart her. I think that's the way he would beat her is outsmarting her. She kind of fights with reckless abandonment, in my opinion.
Man, okay. So I love being the tiebreaker. Uh, another very interesting one. If I wanted to overcomplicate it, it could kind of be like, okay, now which Robin are we talking about? Because they're all different. But of course, I'm just gonna do the character of Robin in general. Um, like with KV, I mean, this back to back topics. I'm agreeing with you. When I think of Harley Quinn, and I think the Arkham games did a bad job of portraying her because all she does is just run around with the hammer and just wild, no type of coordination, and Batman literally like flicks her and she's done. I know. I think it was Miss Dean that came on the show and saying how good she actually is in combat. So even if Harley Quinn, let's just say she's better than Robin at combat, like KB was saying, Robin is a sidekick of the greatest detective in the world. He's hella smart. I think that even if she's better than him at combat, I think Robin could outsmart her and like trick her and stuff like that and catch her by surprise. So I got Robin with the win.
All right, so Robin wins. All right, so I already know what KV is gonna say. He's not gonna know who this one guy is. Wong versus Groot.
Freaking all.
I knew you were gonna say that. He's
I know. I know who that is.
You do?
Yes,
Wow, I'm surprised.
he's like the guy with Doctor Strange, right?
Yep.
Exactly. I know my shit, bro. I literally do a lot of my stances off of pure entertainment, bro. I know my shit, bro.
I'm.
This is an easy one, I feel like, for
I
me.
feel like this is hard.
I
I
know.
mean, Wong can literally do portals and cut off Groot's limbs, but Groot can automatically regrow those limbs. I'm gonna go with Groot. I feel like he can overpower him, like go through the portal, even with his arm cut off, he could easily regrow it into like some sort of hammer or a axe or something and just destroy Wong.
I actually don't. I actually disagree with that. I feel like one, he can open the portals, but he can also close them. He does. He has to open the portals in order for a group to do all that other stuff. Ooh, my lovely assistant's back with my food, guys. But yeah, I feel like he could just easily keep the portals closed because you have to open up the portals in order for him to get out. Like he can lock him into one portal and just leave him there
That's not
and never
killing him
open
though.
it. I mean, yeah, but it's winning the fight.
No, it's not winning the fight if you don't kill your enemy.
I, I mean, he can send them somewhere where it's in the middle of a battle or something, and he gets killed or something.
Actually, technically,
But
he can't force Groot into a portal. Groot has to walk into it.
but he has other magic. I'm sure he has a magical power to where he can literally push him into the thing now. There's no way he's a wizard. We're talking. No, we're talking about Wong. We're doing stuff like this. Yeah, Wong can do a lot of stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there's no way they have to walk through every time because if that's the point, then you're not a good wizard, bro. You suck. But yeah, I'm going with Wong on this one. I don't think Groot stands a chance.
Yeah, so like barbecue was saying, this is a this is a challenging one, but it's challenging for me because it's two characters that I definitely do know, but I'm not as familiar with their, especially Groot. I'm not as familiar with their abilities, but this is back to back to back topics are stuff that I agree with KV on. I gotta say, I agree. What I know off of Wong, I don't really see how Groot stands a chance because, like he was saying, I don't see why he can't just teleport Groot and wherever he wants, and that's the end of it. And even if you say Groot has to walk into the portal, like KV was saying, I mean, I'm pretty sure even if Wong just has like some strong wind blow type thing and like just blows him into the portal, and if he closes it up, I mean, Groot, even if you say that he doesn't kill him or defeat him, I mean, he definitely doesn't lose because Groot is stuck. And I mean, if we want to be technical in that case, if Wong just transports Groot to the middle of nowhere and he has no food, no water, no sunlight, no ability to live, he's gonna die off anyway. So I think Wong pretty easily.
All right. Sam Wilson versus Vision. So I am just thinking about this. Let's go pre Captain America's death. So Falcon version. Falcon Sam Wilson, not Captain America. So Sam Wilson.
So why didn't you just say Falcon? That would have been so much simpler.
I was just trying to make a point. I don't
Yeah,
know.
because I didn't even know who that was at first, but now I do.
Sam Wilson, it's the same person. Um,
So this is the most. That's easy right there, man.
is it?
Yes. You know how powerful Vision is. That is so. That's the most unfair one you have
Do
said
you
all
know
night.
how powerful Sam Wilson is?
That is a
Don't
man in a suit.
underestimate Falcon.
That is a man in a suit.
I mean, if you want to be technical, Vision is just
not a man in a suit.
Vision is just electricity. If you want to be that technical.
But he's a very powerful piece of electricity, man.
Vision would destroy Sam.
This is the most unfair one you have picked all night.
Okay. If I had to say, so I'm gonna be real kind of again with. I'm not as familiar with Vision as far as powers go, but compared to Falcon, first of all, I don't really like the Sam Wilson character. Nothing against him, but the way they do him in the movies, and I won't say my reason or anything because it's controversial and stuff, but Sam Wilson gets whooped in every movie or most movies. He gets kicked off real quick, and that's the end of him for the movie. I'm like, yo, where the Falcon go? But low key, it's kind of the same thing when you think about it. Vision should wipe the floor with Sam Wilson, right? I mean, he's supposed to be extremely powerful. He has a little diamond thing in his forehead. He but every movie I see Vision in, and I don't watch the Wanda series or whatever, but every movie I've seen Vision in, Vision gets whooped, bro. Like I don't, but he gets whooped. I was just thinking, what happened in what was it, Infinity War or Endgame? One of those, I don't know, but
Infinity
Vision,
War where he died.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, basically, this is two characters that every time I see them, they getting whooped. But I do think Vision is stronger. It should wipe the floor with Sam Wilson.
All right, let's reverse it and go Captain America Sam Wilson.
It's still over. It's
How?
not a fight.
I mean,
It's not.
it is.
It's not fair in any sense. It's a man with a shield. We literally have this debate about Iron Man and Captain America.
I mean, Iron Man's
man
obviously more
throwing a
powerful, but
frisbee. It is a man throwing a frisbee versus Vision. No, it's this. In any way you put it, it's not a fair fight.
I mean, I disagree.
Oh my god.
I disagree because with Captain America's shield, he can deflect his laser beams right back at him.
Oh my god, bro. Vision is way more than just some laser beams, bro. Like at this point, you're toast.
He flies and shoots laser beams. He's basically a android version of Superman, just less powerful.
My assistant very much disagrees with you. That's how I know I'm right and you're wrong.
Yeah, I know. For me, I would have to say I think
No.
it's still clearing. I think it's still clearing either way. Um, if it was regular Captain America, I would maybe give him a two
No.
percent chance. But I know how they do my boy Falcon, man, or Sam Wilson. I know how they do him. He's not gonna stand a chance. He's just not.
I'm getting outmatched. Phil, how could you do this to me? You're supposed to be on my side.
I don't
You
know
can
what
do it
I don't know what
yourself.
it is today. I guess I don't pick favorites. I'm gonna go with who's right, and somehow KV's been on it today.
For the first time in ever. Maybe we will have to replace him if this continues. Uh, War Machine versus Robin. War Machine takes this. There is no way War Machine doesn't take this.
I'm gonna go with War Machine. Yeah.
Okay, so either way, War Machine wins. I got a case for Robin though. It could be like I said, he's one of my favorite superheroes, but Batman is very technical. So of course, Robin being the second coming of Batman, is there no way that Robin could hack into War Machine's suit and hack the suit
He
and
wouldn't
have
have
War
enough
Machine?
time.
More than one Robin.
We're doing generic Robin this
Which
thing.
Robin?
This thing we're doing generic
Just
Robin.
normal Robin.
Please stop overcomplicating it, Mr.
Technically, if you talk about Bruce Wayne's son,
Mr. Thing, you might as well be a part of the show at this point. You have a lot of side comments on this episode. Like, you really do.
I'm sorry, I'll be quiet.
Yeah, okay. If we're going because if we're going with Damian Wayne, I don't think he beats War Machine. He's just wild and that. If we're going Tim Drake, I think he could hack into War Machine too. And I mean, at that point, we're talking about a suit malfunction, basically a useless suit versus Robin. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, if you put
Uh,
it that way, then Robin
yeah,
wins.
yeah. That's why I don't want to over like. Is that a realistic scenario?
I don't think so. I think War Machine would be too fast, and before Robin even has a chance to even hack it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I can see that. Okay. Then yeah, I would say War Machine wins.
Because War Machine has missiles and stuff like that, so even before Robin opens up the computer or whatever he uses, I mean, yeah, he'll be ashes. All right, Wong versus Vision.
Now, this one might be complicated in my opinion. I think Wong has the fighting chance in this. So I'm gonna go Wong. I just
Yeah.
think I just think Wong's gonna put. He can teleport him somewhere else, just like with the Groot. I feel like Wong has enough magic behind him to, put up a fight.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to agree. Spoiler. I feel like Wong is probably gonna win the whole thing. I just don't see that with Vision. I understand Vision is powerful and stuff, but like I said, if Wong teleports him closest to portal, I don't really see. Now I know Vision is. Does Vision have a way of opening up the portal or whatever?
I don't think so, but he does have an Infinity Stone. So does Wong, technically.
But which Infinity Stone?
He has the yellow one. I can't remember. Power Stone?
No, that's not gonna help.
But if
Yeah. I
you
mean,
if you want to actually be really technical, Vision is everywhere because Vision is technically Ultron, who is the internet.
But
yeah.
then you can talk. You just gotta make it more complicated, and
Vision has the Mind Stone.
Oh yeah.
Mind Stone.
Oh, that changed it.
I mean,
Because
is the
you can get
Mind Stone
into,
opening the portal?
but you can get into Wong's head. Mess with his mind. He needs his brain to think to do his spells and stuff.
He can do that for real. Yeah, I thought
If
he
he
can like.
I mean,
mind stone is messing with somebody's, he can get into somebody else's mind.
yeah, he should theoretically be able to do it. I feel like Vision might take this because
Okay.
I mean, Vision is the internet. Even if Wong teleports him to some weird magical place, I feel like Vision would find a way to get back.
Yeah, I think the internet really doesn't change anything for me. But if he can for real get inside his mind and let's just say tell Wong to teleport himself into, wherever, then yeah, I think Vision. I don't see how you can stop that. So yeah, I'll take Vision. If he can do that, I'll take Vision.
He should be able to.
Should he can? What else can what else would he be able to do if he has a mind stone? Obviously, he can get into the person's mind.
I
What
mean,
else can that do?
Does Wong have? I don't want to like. Does Wong have like a normal mind to just go inside of like that though? Like, is it not anything
That's
special?
why I'm
Or-
saying he
human.
should, but
He's human.
also he's a wizard. He's like one of the smartest beings in the universe.
A wizard, but his power is generated from that thing he has on his hand. He's a human. He's not an alien life form or anything. He's a
That we
human.
know of.
Wong is a human. Oh my gosh. That we know of.
We don't know. Actually, I mean, he's
Wong is a human.
actually.
Doctor Strange is a human.
Yeah, I'll go with Vision. Then I'll go with Vision.
Huh? So at one point, Wong turns into a vampire by Dracula.
My God, Christian, don't start with this crap.
He was soon restored to humanity by Doctor Strange. So technically, he's a vampire.
Oh my God, Christian just doing random stuff to save faith. He's lost. Wong lost.
This is Wikipedia.
Okay?
This is sources.
He lost. It's over. Vision wins the tournament, bro. Come on. It's over. Can I get some more water in this thing?
You can't say it's over without doing all your research.
Oh my God, Christian, it
But
is
what-
over.
So since there's infinite universes, what universe are we saying he's from? Are we saying he's from the Avengers universe? Earth
Just stop
616?
the madness. Goodness gracious, it's over. You've been outvoted. Get out of here.
What do you mean I've been outvoted? You're the
Bill,
one.
Big Vision.
Yeah, I went with Vision.
I
don't
went
really
with
see how
Vision
you.
too. You're the only one that went with Wong.
No, I didn't. I
Yes, you
changed my
did.
answer.
You went with Wong.
Literally said I'm
You
going
can't
that
change your answer. I'm pretty sure
Vision.
we've already established this the first time we've done this. You can't change your answer
Why can't I change my answer?
because that's the rules.
Well, I just got all my facts. All the facts.
Wait,
Now,
real quick.
when I change my answer, it's wrong.
Who
get
is-
out of
Change
here.
your answer. You gotta have
who is
all
there?
your facts.
I don't care. Move on. Next topic. I don't care.
It's not actually not the
whole
next
thing
topic.
anyway.
It's next thing. War Machine versus Vision.
Vision
who's Vision the sidekick?
over.
Vision Wanda.
Okay.
Her. You consider that a sidekick?
Yeah. Same
I
way
mean,
I consider
her
Harley Quinn a
sidekick is-
sidekick.
Her sidekick is technically dead, though. Her brother died. That was her sidekick.
That was Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer is not, or not Silver Surfer. Quicksilver. Quicksilver is not
they
her
were brother and
sidekick.
sister. Weren't they brother and sister?
They were brother and
That was
sister,
her
but
sidekick.
they're not sidekicks.
That was her sidekick,
But
though.
Vision wasn't her sidekick either.
Yeah, Vision's not her sidekick. See, he picks some people that I don't consider sidekicks. They're more like side
Well, I
characters.
looked up on the internet. The internet says he's a sidekick. He's a sidekick.
Oh my god. He's one of those people that believes what the internet tells him.
I got sources. Did you make the bracket? I don't think so.
Bro, your first two weren't super sidekicks.
Yes, they were. War
I mean,
Machine
War
is a
Machine's a
sidekick. Bucky is a sidekick.
No, they're not. They're side characters.
They're sidekicks. War Machine is a sidekick to Iron Man.
I don't know, Bucky's all?
Yeah.
Bucky is a sidekick to Captain America.
Even Miss Dean doesn't agree with this foolishness.
I mean,
you're stalling out the show. We can't go back to that.
I don't know. Sorry, I thought you like, excuse me.
no,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
if we're being real though, the only two I would say official sidekicks from here,
Really doesn't have
if you want to
anything
play with Baltimore, would have been
else. He's in the
wait,
series.
Robin, Bucky. No, the Robin and War Machine. But everyone else could go either way though. Yeah, everyone else could go either way. Vision is the only one I'm kind of like he just seems like real powerful to be. I don't know though. He can go either way, but everyone else it's kind of like you could argue they're a side character, but they're also kind of a sidekick. That's what I mean.
Vision originally appears in the MCU as Iron Man's sidekick Jarvis, and later transitions into one of the many Avengers. So
It
his
is not a
origin
sidekick.
is
The Avengers are not
he is
sidekicks.
technically a sidekick,
The Avengers are not sidekicks. They're individual heroes.
but he is Jarvis. Jarvis is a sidekick
But he's
who
not
turns
just
into a main hero. His origin is a sidekick.
origin, but he's not still a sidekick.
But he's not called Jarvis anymore, it's called Vision.
He's Vision now. Like, come on.
His
Christian.
origin is a sidekick. I got my sources right.
I am the biggest Marvel nerd in the room. So get out of here. Get out of here. Miss Dean is bigger than the internet when it comes to Marvel, bro. I'm sorry.
All right, we got Vision and War Machine.
Yeah, Vision and War Machine. Vision.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Vision, especially with that Mind Stone really changes up a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna go Vision pretty easily.
Yep, you kicked me out because you knew I was right.
Nope.
Yep.
Because you were
That's
spewing nonsense. All right,
Not-
next topic. The Marvels. The Marvels.
And all three of us combined.
The
She would slaughter
Marvels.
us. She would slaughter us. That's a credible source. She would slaughter
I
us,
have
bro.
I have credible sources. Now,
internet?
next topic. Next
internet?
topic. Next topic.
Yeah, he's lost.
The
He don't
Marvels.
know.
Probably one of the most boring looking movies in the
But it's
MCU.
not. But it's not. It's an amazing movie. It's not. No, I'm not gonna spoil it for you since you're like. I actually went and seen the movie today. It's actually a pretty good movie.
Oh, it came
Yeah.
out.
Especially that I don't even know her name. That dark skinned girl. What's her name? Is he?
Wow. That is Captain Rambo.
Captain Rambo. She's a baddie, bro. I ain't gonna
The
hold you.
supposed
That's a baddie, bro.
the
Her name's
supposed
Captain-
biggest
Captain
Marvel
Rachel.
fan
And then-
here.
And then Captain Marvel. She's like number 2 on the baddie list. And then Kamala Khan. I mean, she's not bad. She's like a friend. She's like a friend. She's like that one girl that happens to be your friend. No, she wasn't bad, but them two, oh yeah, they were bad, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. They were some baddies, bro. And then the villain they were fighting, she was a baddie too. But yeah, great movie. I mean, from the trailer, it doesn't look all that exciting, but the movie's pretty good. It's a must watch.
It sounds like you were watching the movie for other reasons and not for the movie itself.
Bro,
I'm
dude,
gonna have to go watch
one
it.
thing about me is this: if there's women in the movie, I'm gonna sit there and rate how bad I feel like they are. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Like, oh, she's bad. She's cute. And that's just something I do. I watch the movie for because as a fan, and I just happen to think these young ladies were attractive, even though they're probably all older than me. But
Yes, they are.
yeah, I just happen to find these young ladies attractive. That's
Hey,
all.
age ain't nothing but a number. Throwing down ain't nothing but a thing.
Nah, wrong.
Bill, don't say that again. Don't say that again. No, that'll get you canceled.
Bro,
Bro,
how is that getting because I'm talking about an older
that's the
woman.
same thing a famous singer said, bro.
No,
So,
no, Aaliyah said that.
but
Not the
yeah,
other dude.
And he wrote songs.
he wrote the
Oh,
song.
well, I mean, look, we don't have to get into that.
Say that.
He wrote a lot of songs. A lot of songs you be singing. He wrote. I mean, we can't
But
escape
still,
it.
do not say Asian.
So
No,
far, the
because
only person on the show who hasn't gotten canceled yet is me. So I guess I'm doing this show solo from now on.
I mean, we see how that went though.
Okay, you just because you ditched me doesn't give you a right to say that. Okay, you ditched me. Remember? But yeah, the Marvels. I'm just gonna say it. Captain Marvel has to be one of the biggest letdown of superheroes. The every movie she's in doesn't do like it never starts off well. Everyone says it either looks boring or there's some sort of controversy around it. Her standalone movie, there was controversy around her punching an old woman with no context. I mean, obviously, as we watched the movie, there was context, but that in the trailer there was no context, and there was tons of controversy around it. With the Marvels, whenever that trailer for that movie first came out, everyone was saying how boring it's gonna look. It looked, and I mean, and they didn't. I don't think they showed her in the trailer for Endgame because I don't know why. And then in Infinity War, there was controversy again with her like not doing anything against Thanos. Obviously, in Endgame, she redeemed herself by taking the glove off him, but there's always some sort of controversy around this character.
Sounds like you
Yeah,
don't like Captain Marvel.
I'm just saying facts. I never said I liked or disliked her. I'm just saying there's controversy around her every single time.
yeah. I think that for the movie itself, when I saw the trailer, it just kind of seemed corny almost, but interesting at the same time. Like I'm definitely gonna watch it. I gotta watch the Miss Marvel series on Disney Plus. But as far as Captain Marvel herself, I just think one of her problems is it's the problem that I have with Superman, where it's just kind of like you're just too powerful. It's like it's nothing really interesting about you. You can fly, super strength, near invincible. You're just too powerful. And I mean, a lot of heroes like that aren't going to do as well because it's nothing really interesting to them. So that's really my problem personally, at least with her. But but I think that the movie, like I said, the movie, I'm gonna watch it. I think it's gonna do decent overall. Maybe not great, but it should do pretty well.
Bro, it's definitely gonna do well. It already made like what 6.6 billion or 6.6 million dollars at pre-showings last night alone. Or 600. It was some number. I can't remember what it was some 6 million or something like that. So it's gonna do well. I'm gonna watch it eventually, like Phil said. Um, I gotta watch the second Doctor Strange. That's how far behind I am. So it won't be for a while. I will watch the movie for the story, but I'm just there every single time she is in a movie. There is some sort of controversy, and as much as I hate to say it, there might be a time where it's time to just let go of the character, at least for a while. Uh, just because there's always a huge controversy around her.
I mean, I feel like that's on the writer's fault, though. Anyways,
I mean,
because
yeah,
if that's how they're writing it, it's the writers.
yeah, it is writers. I actually I scratched that. There might not be a time where they have to let her go. I feel like the writers are definitely have to do with it. I feel like as fans, we are quick to blame the character or the actor or actress when they're just doing their job. Um, but if the movie's good, I believe the person who actually watched the movie out of the three of us, if it's good, it's good. Um, but I'm just confused on why there's so much controversy every single time with this specific character.
Yeah, I think another one of my problems with Captain Marvel is her suit. To be real, I don't like how they changed up her suit. If you're like me, you grew up watching Superhero Squad. Captain Marvel had like this black kind of like I can see why they may changed it to make it, I guess, a little more appropriate or whatever. But I like the original suit better, me personally. And like I said, I mean, she just, I mean, you the way you're talking, is she? I didn't know it was like that bad as far as like the controversy or like people having a problem with her. Like, is it that bad?
I remember whenever the Captain Marvel movie came out, the whole her punching a old woman was huge. I remember it being huge. Um, at least in the Marvel fan base. Um, like I heard people saying that she's not a real hero if she's gonna punch an old woman. So I feel like definitely context was good for that one. Um,
But I will say this. Well, I can't say that without spoiling the movie. My bad. I'm not gonna say that.
but yeah,
Wait, have y'all seen Captain Marvel the movie? Both of you guys?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in that movie, Captain Marvel is kind of like Deadpool, in my opinion, because they're not technically like the most heroic people. They do other stuff that's not considered being a hero. I
I
mean,
mean, punching an old woman wasn't. I mean, it wasn't an old woman. If you watch the movie,
yeah, I know, but
she wasn't that
she-
person.
she's
It was
not really,
a bad person,
she's
right?
not really supposed to, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, she's a superhero, but she also does. I'm trying to get around to where I won't spoil it for you guys. From this movie, it just seems like, well, not from this movie. It just seems like from the last movie that she does stuff that is heroic, and then she has done some stuff she's ashamed of
But
that wouldn't make her a
isn't
superhero.
that really every superhero?
I mean, not in my opinion, because like Phil says his favorite superhero is Spider Man. What bad thing has Spider Man done besides let his what's the name die? I mean, what bad thing
He's
has
right.
Spider Man?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just think you don't like Captain Marvel.
I'm not saying I don't like her. I don't know where you're getting that from.
I mean, the first thing you said, all the controversy
I'm
around
just
Captain
saying that
Marvel.
I'm saying factual evidence that there has been controversy around her. for
Right.
pretty much every movie she's been in except for Endgame.
And then real quick, I know it's kind of off topic, but if you want to, Spider-Man himself really hasn't done anything bad, but when he had the symbiote, I mean, he was kind of wilding out there. If you do want to throw that in, but,
Yeah, that wasn't his fault though. I
yeah,
don't think it's his fault. She was in her right mind when well, I'm not gonna say she was in her right mind, but she wasn't being controlled by something else.
I think one thing we can all agree on is with the whole scroll situation, I think Marvel went a little too far. I
with
know
the
Secret Invasion kind of gets into that a little bit, like a lot, but the whole scroll situation confused me. Like I haven't watched Secret Invasion yet, but like the whole Nick Fury isn't actually Nick Fury thing, and like it's super weird. I think they went a little too far into that.
yeah, I haven't even heard about that. I'm just looking. I heard I don't know if it's Secret Wars or King Donnie, one of those Avenger movies coming out. They said Toby Maguire is supposed to lead like a certain group and come back as Spider-Man. So they let me down with the second Doctor Strange movie because they said he was gonna be in that one. So I hope he is in
What?
they're talking about. And in the second the Multi Madness, whatever,
Yeah,
multi
he came out in that movie, didn't he?
no, he
No, that
wasn't. That's
was
lit. That's
Spider-Man. That was No Way
Never
Home.
home.
yeah, that was no.
They're doing all of this to build a secret war. So that's what the whole scroll thing is and everything. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
sorry, I just had to put that up too.
But yeah, I didn't even hear most of the controversy thing that you were talking about. Where barbecue, I'm gonna be honest, somebody had texted me, and I was distracted by that, so I didn't hear that part.
I just heard a whole bunch of controversy, especially during the first movie. That her standalone movie. I just heard so much controversy, especially like primarily around that her punching an old woman. But that was it. That was all the controversy I heard, and then I heard how weak she was against Thanos in Infinity War when she's supposed to be like a powerful superhero. I heard she was very weak in that movie. And then I don't think I heard anything about Endgame and this most recent The Marvels. I heard that it was super boring. At least with the first trailer, whenever the first trailer came out. I mean, personally, I wasn't interested when the first trailer came out. I might be interested after I see the other trailers, but
She wasn't in Infinity War, so like she didn't even leave that movie.
Dang, bro, you just got disproved.
what?
You at this point, Miss Dean, Miss Dean, you need to join the show because you just disproved barbecue's whole case here. Miss Dean says she wasn't even in Infinity
She
Wars.
wasn't.
She was at the end. I swear she was in at the end.
No, she didn't hear that. She was gone. She was gone the whole time. She came back during Endgame.
I
Yeah,
thought she came back like as they were fighting Thanos. I thought she was like in Infinity War.
no, yeah, I thought the end of Infinity War, or I think the end of Infinity War, they basically called her for begged her to help. They're like, "We need you." I think I haven't watched it.
Yeah, Nick Fury was calling for her, but she wasn't in Infinity War.
I swear she was in Infinity War. I know Thor was there, and I thought she was in that little fight scene with Thor and Thanos and all of them.
So just quick reminder. So remember Thanos got that Infinity Stone? That's when he got it from Vision because Wanda was there and she's like, you took everything from, they were in Wakanda and like Black Panther and everybody started going away right then. And then what's his name? Nick Fury, that's when he was calling her on the pager. But she was doing all this other stuff, like in the universe. She was like, I can't come because I'm trying to save these other planets that have other issues too. So she came back during Endgame in that final fight scene in Endgame.
You know what? That's why I don't mess with her. I'm sorry. I'm with barbecue because you trying to save other planets. I understand that, but where's the planet you're from?
Dude, she didn't
Where's your
grow up on
family?
Earth. She didn't
She
grow
didn't.
up on Earth though.
Oh, she didn't. Oh well, let me
No,
be.
she didn't grow up on Earth. That's why it's so easy for her to go other places. She didn't grow up on Earth. They brainwashed her.
Yeah, they brought her to Earth. I know
The
that.
brainwashed her.
I think didn't she crash land on Earth or something? No,
No,
she
no.
got
She
in a
is
plane
from Earth.
accident.
She is from Earth, but the Kree crash landed on Earth and came there and basically were fighting them, and she was fighting them off. An explosion happened, and
Yeah.
they took her back.
Okay, so
Like
she's
from
from
Earth.
Earth. She's from
Yeah,
Earth.
she's from Earth.
She got kidnapped from Earth.
Yes.
It was
Okay.
brainwashed.
Yeah. All right. All right. But
So
she
I
should have
mean,
saved where she's from.
she at this point she doesn't have she doesn't have those ties. She doesn't remember it. So it's easy for her to go somewhere else and save them because she knows those people in those other planets. She grew up out there. She didn't grow up on Earth. So she doesn't really have any real ties to Earth except like a few people.
The only reason I can let her go on that is because I'll probably be thinking the same thing. You guys got every other superhero you could think of here on Earth. Let
And that's
me
what she
help out
said.
these other people who got no one. Okay, I can see that.
That's what she said. They don't have anybody. Y'all got the Avengers.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Moving on. The Fortnite OG map experience. I got a lot to talk about.
I mean, for me, it is just so like it just brings back so many great memories because
Okay.
bro, oh my god, stop.
He didn't even play that at that time.
Poor
I
Kate.
guess I have to let him back in.
You keep kicking me out, barbecue.
Because you're lying.
How am I lying?
Because
Why
I
did
know you haven't played in that season.
I did. I've been playing since season 1.
Have you? You told me
Yes,
when we were playing, this is my first time playing, yada
bro.
yada
I
yada.
played since
No,
season
you
1.
didn't.
I'm an OG. I'm an OG. I'm the reason for all your favorite Fortnite gamers for being who they are. I'm an OG at the game, bro. I've been playing since season 1. And Barbecue, you better stop kicking me out, bro, because I turned down an invite to be on this show with you guys tonight. Stop kicking me out.
You turned down an invite to be on this show, a show that you're a like
No,
what? What?
just no. I turned down a very good invite to just stay on the show with you. That's why I was texting, bro, because somebody just invited me somewhere. And I was like, no, I gotta do the podcast with the boys. And you just keep kicking me out.
Because you keep spewing nonsense.
Who cares? It's my opinion. Like, what?
Wait, it's your opinion that that you're an OG of Fortnite.
No, it's a fact.
But you just said it was an opinion.
It's a fact. I don't care. Shush, shush, shush. I'm an OG of Fortnite. One thing I'll say about it, though, all seriousness, it's good, but I'm kind of tired of Fortnite at this point. I really don't. I just play Fortnite just to play with barbecue at this point. I'm
And
really kind
yet
of
you
bored of
haven't
Fortnite.
played with me in what?
Barbecue. It's not my fault. My job wants to throw random hours at me now. I hate my job. It's my job fault that I don't get to hang out with my favorite bud, Barbecue HD, and troll
That's the
him
first I'm hearing of this.
and him trolling and muting me every time I say a cuss word. But yeah, like you're my one of my bestest pals, Barbecue. I wouldn't ditch you if it wasn't for a good
Okay,
reason.
that is a complete lie. You literally. We're not gonna get into that. We're
But yeah, I mean,
not getting into
it's
that.
a good thing to see certain stuff back. Um, I haven't played it much because I just recently got Mortal Kombat, so I've been playing Mortal Kombat. And yes, but I have played it a little bit. And if you're playing tonight, Barbecue, if I'm still up and
I'm
I
not playing tonight.
oh you're not playing tonight, all right, I can
I
finish playing Mortal
gotta.
Kombat.
I gotta go home and prepare for the puppy we're getting tomorrow.
Oh yeah, but yeah, I mean it's fun. Phil, if you got Fortnite, I'll play Fortnite with you when you're available. But yeah,
Yeah. I was gonna
it's
talk
fun.
about that. I go.
But we're all playing Friday, right? This next Friday after the show.
Hopefully, hopefully, yes,
I have to
hopefully.
see what my work schedule looks like on next Friday to confirm it. Yes.
I mean, I would hope you don't work at like 9 at night.
Oh yeah, I work past 9 at night because I have to close up the parking lot because I'm a
But
card attendant.
aren't we doing the show next Friday too?
Oh yeah, I think I'm available for that next Friday. I think I don't know. I'll have to check, but I know I'm available. Let me go check now. Now I'm curious.
Yeah. All right. Well, he's doing that. I'll speak on the Fortnite real quick because I have too much to say. It's nothing like going back to the maps that I got destroyed on when I first tried to play Fortnite all those years ago. It's not as nostalgic for me because I haven't tried to play Fortnite again since those years. So I remember when it was a big deal when they first changed the map of the whole world, and now they're going back to it. So basically, it's going back to haunted memories that I had. But I'm looking forward to it, playing with you guys. Hopefully, I can get carried and eventually get a little bit better. I was away for like those for a few days, so I couldn't get it downloaded. I think I started the download earlier today. But I didn't have a lot of space on my PlayStation, so hopefully it can download. If it can't, I'm gonna have to buy external hard drive with some more space on it. But either way, like I said, hopefully we'll be able to play next Friday because I'll definitely be down. Or even sooner than that, if whenever the next time you play, if I have it downloaded, we can get on.
Yeah, I'm normally on Mondays, Tuesday, or no, I'm off Tuesdays now. Mondays and Wednesdays. Sometimes I'll play during the weekend. Um,
Hmm.
I'll stream during the weekend, but then Thursdays and Fridays we have the show. Um, I'm lucky enough to have a 9 to 5 job to where I can schedule my day out to work from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then stream and then do work on Whisper afterwards. But I will say this season, probably the most fun I've had in builds in a long time. Everyone in stream or who's gonna probably be watching this, except for people who only watch this for the show, will know and that I've been saying this all week ever since the season came out. It's literally the most fun I've had in builds since they brought no builds, because everyone knows started out with builds for the longest time, and then I think a year or two later or a year or two ago, They brought out no builds, just to switch things up a little bit, and then everyone loved that, so they stuck with it. But yeah, this is the most fun I've had in builds in so long. I am so happy. It is. It's like going back into 2018. Coming back from school, loading up Fortnite. Um, it's a blast. I'm having so much fun. I wish it lasted longer than a month. Um, actually, I think a month is good. I take that back. I do think a month is good for OGs to get their fix in, and then people who don't like it, they are only missing out in a month.
Okay, so I'm sorry to cut you. So they're only doing it for a month.
Yeah, they're
Okay,
going
how
through
come?
they're going through season 5 to season 10, and they're doing one season a week.
Okay,
And then I don't know what they're gonna do after that. I heard it's weird. The lore behind it is super weird. It's like it goes into with the Fortnite comics, where Batman, that's the laughing Batman or whatever, plans to like take over the island, and it's like a different timeline than the original, which I just saw a video. I just scrolled on a video about it. It was like a 30-second video. I'm confused. I'm just glad it's back. I'm having fun with it. Yeah, it's pretty much. I'm just having fun with it. All right. Next topic. So Marvel. Some big news about Marvel, other than the actual release dates for movies. Last week we got news. Marvel is bringing back the OG cast of Avengers, and I feel like now's the perfect time to do it because of the whole multiverse and everything. They could easily do it with the multiverse. Um, and I'm excited. Whether all the I heard, I think only a few actors agreed to come back, and I don't think they heard back from the other ones. But I know one that's definitely coming back that I'm super excited for, and we'll mention it a little later on. Is Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to reprise his role as Iron Man. But what do you guys think about the OG cast coming back, and how do you guys think that they could do it? How for it to make sense?
I mean, okay, I'm not okay. So I have a question. Isn't Iron Man the only one that's dead from the OG cast though? And Black Widow's dead as well.
One more.
And then who else is dead? Hulk
Captain
isn't
America.
dead.
Well, original Captain America.
I mean, yeah,
Dead, retired. We pretty much know he died of old age. It's assumed he died of old age.
yeah, but I
He
mean,
technically retired, but
he's from the 40s, and my grandparents were born in the 40s, and they're still alive, so he could still be alive.
he's retired. But we saw he's not in anymore. That's the important thing.
Yeah, so I mean, they're not all dead. So from the aspect of that aspect, I feel like they could come back, but again, like you said, they got to get all the actors to agree to come back. So yeah,
I feel like
And
that
that
wouldn't be too hard because I feel like a lot of them had fun with their roles. They played their roles for so long. You got to think between the first Avengers movie that they played in to Endgame, which is where most of actually pretty much all of the original cast went away. Um, excluding the spin-offs. I there's a long period between those two movies. I feel like them agreeing to it isn't a guarantee, but I feel like they're gonna want to. A lot of them are gonna want to do it.
for me, I mean, you guys know the only one I'm upset about. Leave Iron Man dead. I can't stand Iron Man. So that's the only one I don't. The rest of them I don't give a crap. But at the same time, I don't. That's one thing I don't like about the multiverse. If you gonna kill them and then they come back, like you might as well not say they're dead because if they can come back from another timeline, they're not really dead in my opinion.
Well, they could come back for one showing and then, or as a flashback.
Because I mean, for that, I mean, because at like I said before on the show, there's a new Avenger group. I mean, they introduced them on I think it was Disney XD. They had a show that didn't last long of the new Avengers. Like at some point is a new group of Avengers. I don't know about in the comic books, but if you're gonna make a new Avenger group and then bring the old one back, I mean, I really don't see the point in all of it because I mean, every superhero they have, teamed up with, they consider them an Avenger, but not like the OG Avengers. But I mean, if they bring them back, I mean, hopefully they bring them all back. Even Iron Man, that dude, I don't even like Iron Man, but even Iron Man, at least get them all to agree and come back. Because you said it might be easy, but at the same time, you don't know how that relationship was with Marvel or whoever released it, Disney or whoever was owning the ownership. They did just have an actor strike, so as far as I wouldn't be so easily swayed to saying that it would be easy to get them to come back. Just depends on how the relationship was. I'm just I just feel like I mean, for it to make sense, I want it to make sense. Like this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I want it to make sense when they bring them back, because if it doesn't make sense, I'm gonna have a fit over that. But yeah, that's the last thing I gotta say about that.
Yeah, I know for me personally, I'm gonna be real. When you said this barbecue, I was like, no way, because I absolutely hate this. I'm gonna be real. I think what makes great things great is seeing them eventually end. I think that the OG Avengers, we love them. We can go back and watch the movies. They hold a special place in our heart. But they're done. They ran their course. I don't see what's the point in bringing them back. And I definitely, if it's some multiverse crap, I definitely don't want to see that. Even if it's like a prequel like type movie, I'm be real, I don't want to see that. Let's bring in these new Avengers. Let's see more Captain Marvel. Let's see the potential Black Panther son. Let's see Ironheart. Let's see these next generation of Avengers, rather than trying to bring back the ones that we love them, but I mean they ran their course, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
And like I know, especially I love the way that, I don't know about y'all, but I love the way that Captain America's story ends. Where it's kind of like, okay, he lived his life as Captain America, he was Avenger. He got the opportunity to go back and live the life that he ultimately always wanted and a life that he always should have. And I'm gonna be real, and KV, you talk about bad. That agent that Captain America was dating, I guess he married or whatever, she was bad. Like when he sacrificed himself and he ruined the date, like he didn't get a chance to go on that date. That's why I couldn't have been a superhero, because I would have tried to do everything to survive. Because I'm gonna go on that date with her. But the way they ended his story was great. And same thing with Iron Man. It's like of course, it's sad to see him go, but the way he went out, snapping his fingers like that, ending it all, like that's legendary. Like, why are we going to put all of that aside and bring him back? I just think we need to learn how to all. I also believe all good things come to an end, all great things come back around, but let the Avengers come back around as the new generation. Don't let's not see the OGs back again. At least that's me personally.
I agree with all of what Phil just said. I really do. I just feel like I feel like when Phil said they ran well, they have ran their course. Yeah, I agree with that because Thor is fat and out of shape. He had to literally get back in shape. I mean, if anybody you want to bring back, you can bring like Hawkeye since he's still actively out there fighting people and stuff. He's not technically retired, even though he's retired from the Avengers, but you can bring him back. I mean, that makes sense. And then Hulk. Isn't Hulk still involved though, currently?
I don't know. I didn't finish She-Hulk, so
Yeah. Yeah, Hulk is still involved. You still haven't finished
I
Bruh.
told you I'm behind.
Barbecue. You need to take 2 weeks of vacation time if you were able to and watch everything that you
At
missed.
this point,
You need to.
at this
You
point,
need
I'm not able to.
like oh my barbecue. You need
One,
to
I don't have vacation time left for my normal job. Two, streaming, I'll lose all my viewers. Three, I'm literally about to launch a company. I can't
Yeah,
take any time off at any point in
bro.
the future.
Watch it on Christmas or something. God, you ever seen She-Hulk? She-Hulk is like one of the original first shows when Disney Plus first came out.
The most recent non-show I watched of Marvel was most recent movie I watched was the newest Spider-Man. The most
Wow.
recent show I watched was I want to say Loki.
Yeah, because you're
Season
talking
one.
about it.
Season one.
Yeah, you got to catch up because like he's still involved. Hulk, because Hulk, if you go back, Hulk has a cartoon TV show that didn't last of his little Hulk family or whatever. That show ended up getting canceled, and that's where She-Hulk first made her on-screen appearance. So he's still active. Like, bring back the ones that are active, not the ones that are dead. Like, bring back the active ones that are still out there fighting evil. Bring them back, and that's fine because instead of bringing them back through the multiverse, a different version of them, just bring
Yeah,
back the ones that are still alive.
I agree. Thinking about it more, I don't think the multiverse way is the best version. Unfortunately, I think that might be the way that they're gonna take it. I feel like what would be better is if they either if what best work would work if they wanted to bring them all back, in my opinion, would be a flashback. Like they're just some scene in a movie or a TV show where they're going back and remembering something that's important. I feel like bringing them back for that one little teaser would be a good way to bring them back, and then that's it.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, that's still honoring
Just
them
just to
and
get
honoring.
just to get the OG fans really hyped too. Um, Another way I could see them coming back, which may be good, is in the Marvel Zombies movie that's coming out. Because Iron Man's in that universe. All the original are in that universe. I feel like that one movie, them all coming back and just getting eaten by zombies, I feel like that could work, and just never seeing them again after that.
or or the What If series.
What if
That
I feel like what if was good
that,
too?
that would that would make sense in that series.
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like ever since the Spider-Man movie, we've been right, Marvel has been trying to explore more with the possibilities of the multiverse and bringing people back. I just think that it's totally different situations. Where like the Spider-Man, like I said, you can say I'm 100% biased because I probably am because I went crazy, but that's a little different because this is years of Spider-Man in literally like different universes
And they didn't die
where
in their universe too.
yeah, they didn't die in their universe where the Avengers, like I said, I know what KB was saying. I don't even have to see the ones that are still alive. Like Hawkeye, I mean, he does stuff occasionally, but at the end of the day, he's a family man. You know, he's kind of done doing that stuff. Um,
No, go watch the TV show. That is not a family man. That is
oh,
leading to a
I
divorce.
don't know what. Well, he needs to
That
sit
is
his
a
behind.
divorce waiting to happen. That's what I see about that show. That is a divorce waiting to happen. Like,
Nah,
give me a break.
but yeah, I just like I said, me personally, I just want something new. Especially I guess since because, you know, I've grown up and the core Avengers have been around for years. I think this is actually the first opportunity that we could get a new Avenger. I think where they're scared of is probably it might flop because it's something different. It's not
Yeah.
our originals. But like I said, I mean, I want to see She-Hulk. I want to see an Ironheart. I want to see Moonlight. I want to see Captain Marvel more involved. I want to see these different heroes and new heroes in next generation of Avengers. Like I said, Black Panther's potential son. You know, I want to see how this stuff is going to correlate and come together. As Sam Wilson taking over as Captain America, I want to see how he can lead the Avengers. Like I would like to just see this certain stuff.
Yeah, I feel like the best way possible would be a one-off thing. I feel like bringing them back permanently, that'll work for nostalgia, like one movie, and then if they keep doing it and repeating it, I don't think that'll work in the long run. It'll work for one viewing of like it'll work for like a year of one movie, and then everyone will be like, looking back, that movie was actually not very good.
Yeah, yeah. I
Just
mean,
for
I'm
nostalgia.
kind of like yeah, I'm kind of like you. The only way I would, I could, the only realistic, to me, the best way if they were going to do it, and the only way I would really want to see it if I was forced to, is like you said, if they had like some type of flashback scene. You know, I don't, maybe they're struggling with a villain. It's like, okay, well, what did the OGs doing? Like a little flashback scene. Everyone comes together, theater goes crazy, it gets the reaction. And then, all right, now let's go back to, you know, the movie. Like that's the only way I would like if I was forced to, that's the only way I would be okay with seeing it. But as far as whether it's another movie, a prequel type thing, or if they bring, especially if they like just bring them back completely, I don't want to see that.
Yeah. The worst case, like the worst possible way I would watch it would be if it's some like I said before, like the Marvel Zombies. I would like to see how that would work out with the original cast, and then that's it. And then maybe a Marvel Zombies 2 with the new Avengers. But as far as original, that's it. I don't want to see 70-year-old because Robert Downey Jr. is what, in his 50s, 60s now? I don't want to see 70-year-old Robert Downey Jr. playing a 50-year-old Iron Man. I don't want to see that. Um, and I get it, like I said before, I feel like nostalgia can only take a movie franchise so far. You also got to think people are already kind of sick with Marvel. I feel like they should also kind of slow down on the movies for a little bit, but bringing back the whole old cast permanently, I feel like that's just another nail in the coffin.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely agree. You said the next topic is them just bringing back Robert Downey, right? 'Cause we can kind of just segue
Yeah,
right into that. Yeah.
he's confirmed to come back.
Okay. Yeah. Now I know for him personally, like just him, like I said, I don't have to see him come back. Like I love him as Iron Man. He's a great actor, but he will always be Tony Stark to me. But the only way I would and I would accept him coming back like this because it's realistic. It's something that he would do in the comics. If like he left some type of virtual like hologram message for, I don't know if it'll be Spider Man or be Riri Williams who's Ironheart. Something being like, hey kid, you're doing a good job. Keep up the good work. Keep my beliefs alive. Something along those lines. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Like I said, as far as him just reappearing, I don't really have to. I don't have to see that.
Yeah, I think they did that at the end of Endgame, right? Like they were at his funeral, and his daughter was looking at the video message he made. So yeah, I feel like that. I mean, that makes sense, especially in the Ironheart series, which I think is still going on. I think it's still gonna happen. I feel like him even giving the Ironheart like the schematics to like and teaching her how to build the Iron Man suit. I feel like and her putting her own little touch. I feel like that would be kind of like a passing of the torch type thing. Like I feel like that would be amazing. Personally, as an Iron Man fan myself, I would love to see that, especially after like that's like the topping like think of the um the I am Iron Man scene with the I love you 3000 and then that scene that would be the icing on the cake, top off his storyline, throwing a few little like jokes in there, like as Iron Man's personality, like throwing, "Hey, you couldn't get this done without me, haha," and then be done with his story. As much as it pains me to say, because I mean I know Kid Vicious hates it, but I am a huge Iron Man fan. Um, I grew up with Iron Man, like just like Phil grew up with Spider Man. Phil's Spider Man is my Iron Man. I think he was the first real Marvel movie I've seen. He created the Avengers. I feel like even if you didn't grow up with him creating the Avengers and bringing them all together and essentially funding the whole project, I feel like everyone has that little attachment to Iron Man. And just that little scene, even if it's a super small scene, like I said, with the showing Ironheart schematics to the suit, even that little scene, I feel like would be very impactful. Just icing on the cake, perfect. And then if they bring him back, it'll just be a shit show. I don't think I would even consider myself an Iron Man fan if they brought him back.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like they shouldn't bring him back. Not even because I don't like Iron Man. I think Tony Stark's more like Iron Man, to be honest with you. But I mean, like y'all said, you grew up with Iron Man. See, for me, Phil's is Spider Man, yours is Iron Man. For me, it's Wolverine. That's who I identify with. That's who I see growing up, and that's why my favorite color is yellow, because Wolverine. That's what color his costume was. That was like what the second Halloween costume I ever wore. Speaking of that, but yeah, I grew up with Wolverine, so I grew up with a fucking badass. This is I grew up with a fucking badass who had to freaking pull up his bootstraps and make himself into a superhero, bro. Like a struggle. This little rich kid who happens to
Okay.
inherit mommy and daddy's monies becomes a superhero. That's how I feel about Iron Man. But Iron Man, I mean, don't bring him back as a main character. Just do the little video or what. Oh my God, this jerk is messing with me. He's a jerk. Cause like, just bring him back as like something simple. That's all I gotta say. Nothing too big of a role. Like nothing big.
Yeah, I definitely agree with both of what you said. Barbecue, which you said, you need to send the script in to Marvel with what you just said. I mean that's a perfect way of doing it. I want to say that's how it went in the Ironheart comic one I was reading. That's why I brought it up because I think I remember seeing something like that at least. But yeah, I think that's perfect. And on the Wolverine though, the thing that's always annoyed me with him with his live action movies is the fact that he never wore the suit. I know he's supposed to be wearing it in whatever with Deadpool 3, but yeah, the fact that he never wore the suit always irritated me.
I think
He
Because
just
X-Men
he
wasn't a part of Marvel yet. It wasn't
yeah,
Marvel.
it wasn't
It
Marvel
didn't
yet,
own it.
but I
oh,
think I
okay.
I think Hugh Jackson even mentioned that he was like that was one of his biggest regrets ending his role as whenever he didn't think he was coming back anymore. Ending his role as Wolverine without getting to wear the suit. Um, and I know he's super excited to wear the suit. I'm super excited. I mean, I like Wolverine. I personally never really got into the movies.
But how are they gonna spin that? Because he's technically dead.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm
Uh,
interested to see how they do that on
technically,
Deadpool 3.
it's
He's technically dead. He's dead.
but it's another universe. It is another universe. They're in the Marvel universe now. He wasn't in the Marvel universe whenever he died. He was in the X-Men universe.
which is why he has the suit now in
Yeah.
this Deadpool 3. Okay, that makes sense.
So it's a
See
whole
Yeah.
that
different universe.
I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm gonna say this without spoiling it. Go watch Captain Marvel if we want to talk about that part. I'm not talking about the X-Men unless you go see the new Marvel movie or whatever. But yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it.
But yeah, from what I understand, they're two completely different universes. There's X-Men universe, like so Marvel, whenever they were making the movies, they split up the different superheroes. So Sony obviously got I think did Sony got Spider-Man. Did they get Wolverine too?
I think initially they owned the whole X-Men and Wolverine thing, and
Okay.
then Marvel got it.
Okay, so they were split up between different
Yeah, because they just got the rights.
studios.
My cousin just told me that when we were leaving the movie theater, they just got the rights.
Yeah,
But yeah,
so whenever Marvel wasn't doing well financially whenever they were wanting to do the movies. So they to save money, they sold the rights to different uh studios. So like Sony, Warner Brothers, different. I think I don't know, but different studios. And then now that Disney owns Marvel, they have the funds to buy the different superheroes and stuff back. They have the money and the resources to buy them back. So and now they're putting them in this one big universe. So that way, so now the older movies are a different universe than the new MCU universe. That's how they're working it. which is weird. It's confusing, but that's how they're working it. So think of just the old movies, the old X-Men movies didn't happen in the Marvel universe. It's really confusing.
I mean, I understand where you're coming from, yeah. But I mean, I feel like they're gonna some of what happened in those movies is gonna get tied into the Marvel.
Yeah, that's normal what they do. They tie it in a little bit. Um, like for example, when the Spider-Men were coming out of the portals, the portals were to a different universe. That's how they tied that in. So I'm assuming the same thing's gonna happen with Wolverine or something similar. Is he's gonna jump out of a portal or something, um, and just end up in the Marvel universe? Because Deadpool wasn't originally in the Marvel universe either up until last year or 2 years ago. So this is the first actual MCU movie that Deadpool is in.
Okay. Yeah, see, I didn't know all that was going on. It makes sense though. Okay. Yeah. Hey, X-Men has always been confusing to me. That's why I can never get
Yeah.
into their movie.
Especially Logan. I wasn't a fan of Logan. With the little
Logan,
girl
I
and
mean, I was so mad at that movie because he shouldn't have died. If he's immortal, why is he dying? Why is a poison of all things killing
well,
him?
you also got to think at that
I mean,
point they wanted to end the series. So what
yeah,
better way to do it than to kill him off?
yeah. But then they also after that drop, there were rumors like, oh, that wasn't him who died. That was the clone that died and stuff.
Yeah,
So
The X-Men movies always confused me. I
I
wasn't
love the X-Men movies.
huge into X-Men,
I love the
but
X-Men movies. Magneto is gonna be an interesting character for them to bring in.
that would be interesting. I'm most excited for a Dogpool.
Who?
So,
There's so yesterday news dropped that Ryan Reynolds officially confirmed Dogpool was gonna be in the movie.
Oh, what the
oh,
world? Interesting. Ryan Reynolds.
There
And
there's a Deadpool version of a dog version of Deadpool,
very
basically.
interesting.
So
I will say this: Deadpool is one of my favorite characters,
Deadpool is good.
but he has the most boring video game I have ever seen. There's barely any cutscenes in that video game, and I love cutscenes in video games. And that's the most boring and dry video game I've ever seen. They need to give him another video game. So yeah. But that's interesting. Dogpool. That's kind of interesting.
I mean, it makes
I mean, why not
sense.
make his girlfriend a sidekick? I would like to see that. I mean, yeah.
It makes sense. Like the whole like
Or
I
the
don't know.
fat kid. Or that one fat kid that he helped. Make him a sidekick or something. Do that instead of a dog. I don't really want to see
Dog.
that.
I feel like Dog is good with the humor.
Yeah, yeah. But Deadpool takes care of the humor. So
I mean, it helps with the humor.
yeah.
But I'm excited about this. Speaking of new Marvel movies and Deadpool 3 and everything, we got official dates for these movies. So, Deadpool 3, July 26th, 2024. I heard they just, I think, started refilming. Because I think the strike ended like what, Monday? And then they said they're gonna resume filming later this week. So yeah, it should have started filming by now. I'm excited for that. I think this might be one of the ones that might get pushed back just because they are still filming and July 26th, 2024 isn't that far away. I feel like, and they still have to do all post production and everything. So, depending upon where they are at with filming, I feel like it might get pushed back.
Yeah, I definitely see it getting pushed back. Cause what, the July 24th, was that the original release date?
No, I think it
Okay.
was originally was supposed to be like May something,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
it may not have had a release date yet. I'm not
I don't think
sure.
they had a release date yet. I
Okay.
don't think it did.
I think they just knew it was sometime next year, and then the
Yeah.
strikes happened, and then they
I
weren't sure.
don't think that's a rush timeline, in my opinion.
I mean, you
I
also
mean,
got to think. I don't
you
think they made it
still-
far. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say, at most, they made it halfway through before filming, before the whole strike thing happened. I don't think, because you got to think there's a lot that goes into filming. Like I didn't realize this before I took a film class. There's a lot that goes into it. There's multiple takes. There's different things that go into it, and then you have post production. You got to think about how long the special effects takes, the editing, the okay, the like everything. Every post production is also huge. Uh,
yeah,
it,
I
it
think if
takes
it does,
months.
I think if it does get pushed back, I don't think it's going to be too far back, like too far of a pushback.
I think I do think it does release in 2024. I
Yeah,
feel like
I don't see it going. I don't see it having to wait another year. I don't think it. I think it'll be like some months.
the most it would get pushed back would probably be November 2024 if it gets pushed back at all. But again, I'm not sure how far they got with filming. They could be almost done filming for all I I guess that has a lot to do with it. Because if they only have a few scenes left to shoot, then they could make the July 26th work. They could do like finish off the month, like do this month of filming, and then post production the rest of the time. And then you also have like promoing the movie and stuff like that. That takes time too. Captain America 4, February 14th, 2025.
Dang,
Why?
that makes
Why?
sense.
Just let it go.
I
Let
know
it go.
they finished filming with this, but I heard they have to go back and reshoot some scenes. So that makes sense.
Just let it go. The mini series was enough. We don't need any more. It was
I don't know. I'm
let it
kind of
like what
interested to
Phil
see how.
like what Phil said. Just let it go. Just let it go. At this
Again,
point,
Not bad.
the only
Yeah,
interesting
from
thing about
Sam
Wilson
Wilson.
will be, is he dead or is he an old man? That's the only
No,
interesting thing that'll
no,
come
this
out
is
of
Sam Wilson.
it's gonna be Sam Wilson. Yeah.
This is Sam Wilson,
yeah, like
Captain
who used
America.
to be Falcon,
Yeah,
who used to be.
this is going off from the show. This is right
Off
after
the
the
show?
show. Yeah,
I mean, the show's pretty good, but
this
I feel
is
like
this
they
is
should have
right.
put more episodes to it. But
Yeah,
I don't
this is
understand
right.
why we doing a four cap. It's been so long since we've seen Captain America, standalone Captain America movie.
I think Bucky might be in it too, but yeah, I mean, so this
What?
is Captain America,
What?
a whole new world, or a new world, brand new world, or whatever, something new world.
I mean, if it's a thing of a continuation of the show, then I'm all for it because the show
Yeah,
wasn't that bad.
that's what it
But
is.
other than that, I feel like Bucky needs to go see a therapist. He needs help. He needs several
That's
psychovalves.
that's what
'Cause This man,
the show was
this man,
about.
that man is sick. He's a sick individual. He needs to be locked in a room under 24/7
Did you
surveillance.
finish the show?
Yeah,
I
I just
mean,
feel like
they got along. They're along. They're good now.
I mean they got along, but Bucky's just no. Bucky's like
You
it's
also got
like
to think
someone.
of everything he's been through.
He's just
I don't
no.
like
But
Bucky that much either. But
I don't think of him as like a fighter, but as like a person, this is not someone I want to hang out with and have a dinner or a meal with.
well,
Like,
they were
no.
kind of forced into the situation as Cap because Sam's Captain America, whether anyone likes it or not. And if you think about it, Bucky has an obligation to be with Captain America because uh, what's the original Captain America what wanted him to.
But I think they're still gonna have to tie in the. See, it was that show. It was so long. Did they kill that other guy that said that basically when they sold or whatever they did, and that soldier that they took out of the army or general and made him Captain America? Did they kill him? Because if not, he would be involved in this.
I think he's in jail. I don't think
Okay.
he's dead.
Okay, I think he would. I think he would. Then they got to do with that. He would probably play a part in the movie since they added that to the
Possibly,
show.
but I can't remember what he's doing or where he is.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the show in years. I finished the show years like a year ago or so. So
Yeah, that show's been like I think that was like what year did that show come out? I forget, but it's been a while.
2021, I think.
Yeah, it's been a while. That's what 2 years ago. Yeah, that's been a while. So yeah, I mean I'll watch it because, like I said, Captain America is one of my favorite superheroes. Maybe your boy Phil might not get beat up in this one. Maybe he'll, you know, hold his own. Cause he held his own in the show. The show was pretty good. I like the show.
All right. Phil, you got anything to say on Captain America 4?
Yeah, first, this is they made 3 Captain America movies before this one because I know you got the first Avenger, you got the is Civil War is
Civil
considered
War,
Captain America.
yeah, that's
Oh, okay,
Captain America technically.
okay.
All right. So they're redoing Fantastic Four. That's coming out May 2nd,
For the
2025.
third time.
I
Just
don't have to see
stop.
that. Yeah, I don't have to see that.
Just stop. This is
Yeah.
the third
They
time.
they keep trying to force them on people where they just
Yeah.
need to understand that the Fantastic Four are so boring and so basic. They're literally like if you ask a kindergartner, make your own superheroes. That's literally what the Fantastic Four is to me. The only person I like from them is the Human Torch. Other than that, well, Mr. Fantastic, Stretchy, Mrs. Fantastic, wherever she does. And then the Thing, he's literally called the Thing. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I'm just,
that's
yeah, like,
They
nah.
remind you of like 50s superhero when you were first thinking of superheroes. Like
Yeah.
that's what they
yeah.
remind you.
Just let Fantastic Four die.
Just
I
let them go.
think.
It's the third time.
I mean,
They're
the
trying.
only one I'm okay with is like if it has to do with Multiverse of Madness, which because I saw Mr. Fantastic has a part in that. I'm not sure how big it is. Um, and I love John Krasinski. He played Jim on The Office. I mean, an excellent actor. I love everything he's in, but I I see this as another flop. I don't think as much hype as they want it to have. I don't think it's gonna stand. I think it's gonna probably be the worst movie of 2025.
Yeah.
I don't see it doing well. The first one was so boring I fell asleep. I didn't even watch the second one. I didn't even know there was a second one. So unless I know Doctor Doom is supposed to have some big role soon. Um, but there's better ways you could introduce Doctor Doom. There's a lot better ways you could introduce Doctor Doom into MCU. This
I think their original plan was to do it with Black Panther, but of course, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. So that didn't end up working out. So I guess
I
their
mean,
the next best idea was to reboot Fantastic Four. Like, so.
no, but Doctor Doom and He Who Remains have something from Loki. They have something to do with each other, and they're supposed to be replacing him with Doctor Doom. So what I saw on a post, it made it seem like Doctor Doom and him are one and the same.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to finish Loki first.
But you know who He Who Remain is, right? If
Yeah,
you've seen season,
it's the purple guy.
yeah, it's Jonathan Majors. I hate Jonathan Majors. Miss Dean gets mad about that. It's his face. He looks like he's about to cry every time I see him.
Yeah, he has some sort of controversy around him, which I kind of get. They kind of want to push that aside and be like, okay, we're kind of done with this character. But at the same time,
I feel
pushing
like they should do that to
Fantastic
him because
Four.
they settled his case. His case has been settled, so they
Well,
shouldn't.
we're not gonna talk about that here, but
Yeah, I know. But yeah, but all I gotta say is, hey, find John Wick apart. I want to mention that while we're still talking about Marvel. Find John Wick apart. Like, come on, bro. I would love to see that.
yeah, basically force feeding us Fantastic Four is probably never gonna work. I feel like in another 10 15 years, they're gonna probably reboot it again. No one likes it, just keep it, just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Which I don't even get. The only reason why they need to be in the MCU is for Doctor Doom, because he's supposed to be a new big villain in I think the newest Avengers movie, the Kang Dynasty. Um, but yeah, I don't get why they need to reboot it. There's definitely better ways they could have had him come back or come into the MCU. But Thunderbolts, I feel like this is another. I haven't seen any trailers or anything, but I feel like this is another Eternals, basically. Even though I haven't seen Eternals, I feel like this is another flop.
Oh my God, barbecue! I don't even see how I'm still discussing Marvel with you. You're missing so well. External wasn't a, you didn't miss out on anything. I
Yeah,
hated that movie.
I
That
don't
movie
think.
was complete garbage. But who is Thunderbolt? Who's this? Who's that?
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Oh, so no one knows.
That's
No
a
one
new superhero.
knows. I
So it's
think
a new superhero.
I saw one promo picture for them, but I like years ago.
Oh, they're a group.
Oh, oh, it's like a group of villains. It looks like.
Oh yeah, I want to see that. I love villains. I like the villains more than I like superheroes. I
So
ain't gonna hold you.
Thunderbolts are an anti-hero team appearing in Marvel Comics. Thunderbolts movie. Oh, it's gonna have Harrison Ford in it? Thunderbolts team. So
From what I see, this is Bucky
yeah,
is in
Buck is
this.
gonna be in it. Uh,
Okay, yeah, I know who they are. I have them on my Marvel. I have a Marvels poster there, and they're on there. Okay, I know who they are.
I mean, it looks decent. Punisher's gonna be in it too. Taskmaster. Taskmaster's a villain, I thought.
You just said this is a team of villains.
It's anti-heroes. I looked it up. It's anti-heroes, not just villains.
Uh,
So I don't know. I guess I have to watch a trailer to
I'm kind of
judge.
intrigued. I'm intrigued with the anti. I like anti-heroes. I feel like Wolverine was an anti-hero in my opinion, so that's probably why. I like anti-heroes and I like villains. So yeah, I'm interested in seeing the movie.
Yeah, it's probably again. I would have to watch a trailer to know if I would want to watch it. Eventually, I would watch it either way, but I don't know. Phil, what are your thoughts on Thunderbolts?
Yeah, a team of anti-heroes. I think it should do okay. I think we kind of seen something similar to that with superhero Suicide Squad, not superhero Suicide Squad. I'll definitely watch it. But yeah,
That's for DC, but that's DC side. This is Marvel,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah. I know that bit. It's similar like type thing.
All right, last one for Marvel. So that's in the main, I think, main thing. End of 2025, November 7th, 2025, they're rebooting Blade. I haven't
I
watched the
I
first one, but
I gotta go because I never seen Blade in my
yeah,
life. I
I
never seen
haven't seen it. I would have to
so
watch the first one to see if I would be hyped for this one.
yeah. Is the first one on Disney Plus?
It might be.
Because I know for some stuff on Disney Plus you can't see it unless your profile set up to see stuff that's rated R and stuff. I know Blade is supposed to be rated R when it comes out. I don't know if
Oh,
Blade's
there's
on Disney.
multiple movies.
Yeah, it's more than one movie now.
So Blade, it's on Hulu.
Oh man, I don't feel like getting my Hulu account back. Hulu went up on their price ever since the merge.
All three are on Hulu, but the they're not officially merged yet. But I feel like they might be. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, that's. Please don't say that again. That's weird. Okay. Um. Yeah. Where was I? That comment just totally. What was I saying? Oh, Disney Plus with the merge. Yeah, they haven't officially merged yet. I know. But I feel like Blade might be one of the ones that go on to Disney Plus, especially with the new movie coming out.
Yeah. What about there? You didn't say anything about the. Isn't that one I sent you guys with Kingpin? Isn't that a movie? Didn't that wasn't that a movie trailer or was that a TV trailer I sent you
TV
guys?
show.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like that show would be good. I feel like it'll definitely release on Disney Plus because it had the Disney Plus logo at the end of the trailer.
The
but
only
it
reason I
would.
want to the only reason I want to see that is because Kingpin is played by the guy from Law and Order, which he, in my opinion, I don't know if you guys watch Law and Order. I feel like he played the worst. He was on the worst one though out of that whole Law and Order series. In my opinion, he was on the worst one. But yeah, I grew up with that actor, seeing him in different stuff. Because my mom watched Law and Order all the time, so I'm familiar with the actor. That's one of the reasons I want to watch it. But yeah, and I haven't, and plus I haven't seen him on screen in a long time. So yeah, I want to watch that. Give some insight into Kingpin. I'm sure Phil knows some insight about Kingpin if he's a Spider-Man fan. So yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
I
I think. Oh, my bad.
definitely want to see it. I mean, yeah, I just want to see it because I always just thought of Kingpin of this big fat boss or whatever. I didn't know he had any powers or any special abilities.
Yeah, I think on the Blade reboot, I think that it's actually about time. I think Blade is actually a really cool hero. I first found out about him first really from my dad telling me, and then the Spider-Man 90s animated series, Blade makes a couple appearances on there, and I heard his movies were pretty good. So I just think that he's just a hero that a lot of people aren't familiar with. So I definitely think giving him a movie to showcase what he can do, I think that the movie will be really good and that he'll gain a lot of new fans and a lot of attraction from the movie.
Is it
Yeah.
the? I feel like it's the original actor. I think it's the original actor reprising his role.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I forgot that man's name. That man is a legend, though. That actor that's playing him, he's a legend, bro. I forget his
Is it
name.
Lawrence Fishburne?
Wesley
Yeah,
Snipes.
well, yeah, Wesley Snipes. Yeah, like he's legendary. So yeah, I mean, he's a legendary actor. So to be involved, so are they gonna bring Blade in the MCU at any point, like into the
I think
storyline?
I think this is them transitioning him into MCU.
Okay, because he was
Yeah,
another thing that wasn't a part of Marvel
yeah.
at first.
He's known for fighting Morbius. So where do they are they gonna try to do something with Morbius,
I
or we
don't
gonna forget
think
that movie?
I don't think they're doing anything with Morbius anytime soon. After that huge flop,
I seen Morbius. I went and watched it. I mean, I didn't like it. I don't remember it, so I obviously didn't like it. But yeah,
I was mistaken. They're not bringing back the original Blade. It's I can't pronounce his name.
uh,
This guy.
let me see. Back up. Oh, yeah, he's an actor that I know about. Yeah, I've seen him and stuff. Yeah, I know who that is. This thing, you have a lot of side comments today. It's very. It's just
Let
really
Miss Dean
digging at me.
speak.
It's really digging at me.
I've been pronouncing his name. I've been gone for like 40 minutes.
Christine, can I have a piece of brownie?
Oh, now you want to about it. You just talked about me.
Dude. But yeah, I mean, I never watched Blade before in my life, so yeah.
I haven't either.
Dude.
I'm interested to see what they do with it.
I got into Marvel in my double digits. Growing up, I watched what was on my mom's
But it
TV.
wasn't marketed as a Marvel movie. It was just like an action movie.
My mom didn't watch that movie, so my mom didn't watch it. I didn't
Blade
watch
1 and 2. Don't watch Blade 3 because Blade 3 is bad. But Blade 1 and 2 are good movies.
like I just told him.
Leslie's nice.
Like I just told him, we just said all that. See if you were watching the show, you know that.
Now you told me don't be doing it.
No, because you can be in the comments on this one. I don't even cuss that much in this one because they don't trigger me to cuss in this one that much. But yeah, you can watch the fun show. It's more kid friendly for you. But yeah, I want to see Blade. I've never seen it before in my life, so yeah.
Really, I this actually might make me want to watch the original
Yeah, I definitely want to watch the original.
just
so,
to see how they do it.
Yeah.
All right, last topic for the night. GTA 6 is
Just released the
so-
freaking game.
supposed to be
Thank you.
announced next week. And they're supposed to have a trailer in December, I think. And possibly a release date next year. I don't think we're getting a release date next year, considering they just started on the game. They just started production on the game last year. I don't think we're getting a 2025 release date.
At this point,
Yeah,
I'm not convinced that they have filmed the game at all, because we've been waiting this long until that game is available to buy. I'm not convinced they have done any work on the game because it's been 10 years. It's literally been 10 years. We
yeah,
are adults. We were kids when they were talking about bringing this game out. If you like, I just realized that we were kids, like literally. Now we're adults and they still haven't came out with a new GTA 6. And like, and apparently you're supposed to age in the game too. So just release the game at this point.
yeah. I don't know. I get this feeling that it's not even gonna be GTA 6 because they specifically said just next GTA game. I mean, for all we know, I don't know. I mean, I hope it is, but I do. I feel bad for Rockstar because they're putting this unreal pressure on themselves with them taking 10 plus years on the game. Where like if this or 10 plus years since the last game came out, if GTA 6 is not the best game of all time, I mean, in my opinion, it's going to be considered a failure. And I mean, I would hate to have that type of pressure on my hands. But I mean, because I don't understand why if you just started developing it last year, where were you doing the last 8 years? Like, I mean, just doing GTA Online. Like,
My thing is this.
I think,
I feel like the added pressure, like you just said, Phil, is that because Rockstar is not Rockstar anymore. Rockstar is not the powerhouse it once was. And this game is supposed to, I guess, supposed to make or break them. I guess that's the only reason I can just come up with for this big delay. Because Rockstar isn't Rockstar anymore. Like Rockstar had the gaming world in a chokehold for a while. Now it's just, what are you doing, Rockstar?
I was talking to a friend of mine who's actually gonna be on the show next week, the fun show. He said that why are we even assuming GTA 6 was gonna be a thing in the first place when they didn't even announce GTA 6 would be a thing? We're just assuming that it was gonna happen. There was no confirmation before this week that the GTA 6 was even coming. Before, I mean, actually, I guess the leaks and they said, but before they even announced that they were working on, they just started working on it. Like there was no reason for us to believe that there was going to be another game coming out.
I'm gonna be real. I never thought of that. I mean, that honestly is true. I mean, has there ever been a like when the GTA game, the previous ones come out, has there ever been like look out for this one, or have they always kind of just been silent and then randomly pop up announcing the game?
I'm not sure. I know
Yeah,
the only thing I know is the story. All the stories are different stories. They don't connect at all.
right.
Because the last one, if you want to be real, GTA Online was not their last game. The last installment was Gay Tony when they made that video game. And yeah, when they made that video game wasn't bad, but it was just no. It, I feel like if it's not GTA 6, it's gonna be like open world. They should make it open world and bring all the other characters from all the other ones into this one somehow. But you said different storylines, so it has to be GTA 6 if it's different storylines. Like it just has to be GTA 6.
But they didn't announce before they even said anything about development last year. There was literally no reason for us to believe that there was going to be a GTA 6.
I don't think there's gonna be another GTA game coming out until they release the game. I'm sorry. We've been waiting this long, and then we've gotten nothing.
But
So
again, my point is before last year, we had no, they didn't say anything. So what made us think that? And to backtrack a little bit, I last year I said if GTA 6 fails, I feel like Rockstar is dead. I feel like Rockstar is going to go bankrupt. I take that back because if you think about it, it's been 10 years since since GTA 6 or GTA 5 came out, and they're still making billions of dollars a year on GTA 5 alone. So I don't think it'll definitely hurt them a lot, but GTA 5, they're still going to be making money from that, even if GTA 6 is garbage.
yeah, I mean, because they're still adding on to GTA 5 as far as like online stuff goes.
Yeah. So, but back to what I was saying is what my friend said. What made us think that there was going to be a GTA 6? Nothing.
I mean, I feel like for me personally, I just thought that was what comes next. Okay, you got one, you got two, you got three, you got four, you got five. Unless you said, okay, we're done with the series,
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Because
you never officially came out and said we are ending the series after five.
right,
So
right.
that's
That
why people thought there was a six coming because they never confirmed that it was over with.
But they never
So,
right, right.
confirmed that there was a 6.
Yeah, but
I mean,
they
yeah,
never
but
confirmed that five was the end
you never
either.
ended a series. Usually, when you end a series or something, you say, "Okay, this is the last one."
Yeah,
Yes, that's true.
yeah.
But supposedly happening. Uh, announcement possibly next week, possibly not. I guess we'll find out either way.
Yeah,
There's
that's how I do
there's
it at this
there's
point.
gonna be a big uproar either way.
I'm buying it first day. I've been waiting this long. I'm
Uh,
not even look at the price. I'm
I
not
I heard leaks that it's gonna be like $150 on launch day. Base game,
I think that was I think that was a little just a lie to just scare people. I don't think it's gonna be
possibly.
that. I don't think it's gonna be that
I do
much.
see it being like $70 though for base game.
Yeah, I just got Mortal Kombat a couple of days ago. I'm like, games are $70.
Yep, they increase price to from 60 to 70 as normal price.
I feel like the normal price is going to be 100 at some point.
It will be at some point. Um, but I feel like I think what's Spider-Man 70 base game?
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I feel like Spider-Man, from what I've heard, Spider-Man $70 is justifiable.
I mean, for the games I'm getting, it's justifiable. I mean, for UFC, okay, UFC 5, I probably won't get that game after seeing what it's all about. No, I'm not paying $70 for the same game. But for Mortal Kombat, I had to get it. It's the anniversary game. This is the origin story of all the people, all the characters. It was worth it. If the game is worth $70, I'm paying for it.
Yeah, that's the point. If it's
Except like
worth it,
Madden.
if if production if production quality increases, I feel like price should increase.
Yeah. Yeah, I know for me, I think $70 is ridiculous. I think when the price was at 50, I think that was the most probably realistically fair. Because I mean, 70 it's too much add-ons for games for them to make the base game $70 when you know you're probably gonna spend an additional 30 to 40, if not 50 more on the game. So I think $70 for the base game is way too much. And it's sad that it's only going to continue to go up. But I mean, it's just the world we live in. I think, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but GTA, I'm willing to pay anything because we've been waiting all this long time. I'm willing to pay whatever, like at this point.
I feel like if the only way $70 is justifiable is if production quality goes up. Like I said, it's if quality goes up and if it goes to the actual developers, if it helps pay them if they're doing great job. If the game's good, I'll do that. $70 is good. I don't think there should be like 30 add-ons though. Um, maybe a few like what COD is doing with the $60 price tag or 70, and then like you can buy COD points, you can buy this, you can buy that. I don't think it's like streaming services. Like I don't agree with you paying for a streaming service if it has ads, and then you can buy even more expensive versions for an ad-free version. Like, why am I paying for ads? It's kind of like that in a sense. Like, why? Like, if I'm paying this set price, I should be getting this set of things that you like. There shouldn't be. I'm not saying there shouldn't be any add-ons. Maybe like what the original Spider-Man does and add like 3 or 4 DLCs for $10 each throughout the years to make the game last longer. But what something that COD is doing with the COD points, and you can buy skins, you can buy this, you can buy that. It would be different if it were a free game.
Yeah, I mean, for Call of Duty, I don't know about how it is on PlayStation or anything, but on for some games on Xbox, they have the version that like my version of Xbox is like the newest version, but the version before it, you can get Call of Duty for $30 for that version, but it won't be the same quality as it would be on the version for your game system, which is $70. So I mean, for some game, I'm just saying, for some games on Xbox, you can get like the downgraded I guess like the in a sense like the bootleg version of the game for like cheaper.
Necessarily agree with that either. Like if you're also like $60 is still a lot of money. That's a good week's worth of meals.
Yeah.
Maybe
I mean,
two.
I seen somebody in a comment for I don't remember what video game it was, but they said they remember when video games were only $40. I'm like, wow, I must be this person must be older than me because when growing up, I always remember video games being at 60 and 50. I don't remember them being that $40 unless it was like a pre-owned game or something. I always remember like 50 and 60. But I, I mean, it's all about they just know people are still gonna pay for the game.
That's true.
They're that's their whole thing. They no matter what they make it, people are still gonna pay for the game.
That's why with
Now,
sports games, I always go a year or two behind to get the cheaper version rather than paying $70 for the same thing every year, just a different roster.
yeah, I mean, for sports games, it's at the point where you can have the older games, you just update the rosters, and you can have those new players on the team. But yeah, I mean, GTA just bring the game, just release the game at this point. Just give us something. Like goodness gracious.
Honestly, I'm okay with it. I'm okay as long as they're actively working on it. Because you gotta think, having they don't want a cyberpunk situation where they're hyping it up, hyping it up, hyping it up, and then they rush the game and it flops. It
But you got
comes out buggy. It, it you don't want that. I'm okay with pushing it back until it's ready.
my thing is this: you've had 10 years to work out these kinks and stuff. Yes, they still might have kinks, but it's been 10 years.
They haven't been working on it this whole 10 years. They just started working on it last year.
Yeah, exactly. All this waiting. Oh, be patient, be patient. I don't give a crap. At one point, they said they were going to drop a GTA TV show. They should have followed through with that because that would have been able to hold fans off for a little
I
while.
feel like a TV show is just the best Breaking Bad TV show or GTA TV show would most likely be Breaking Bad. That's probably like the most comparable thing to GTA.
Yeah, but I feel like you could have found something better to fill the. You could have found some fillers along the way
I
to
mean,
keep
they
the
brought out with
keep.
Red Dead Redemption 2, which didn't. I mean, that settled people for a little bit.
Yeah, Red Dead is that's just an amazing series. It's really fun. Red Dead 2, especially online. Like that's the best online I've played in a while because you get to make your own character. You get to decide on what you want, how you want to be and stuff. And yeah, it's pretty good. But GTA is probably their biggest series though. That's why it's a lot of pressure as well. Because Red Dead is just like two video games. Unless you count the zombie one. I still feel like this is a make or break for Rockstar. I really do. Even though they're adding all this stuff to GTA 5, I feel like it's still a make or break type of
I
situation.
don't think so. Because, like I said before, they're still making billions of dollars off GTA 5. They're going to milk that. Even if GTA 6 fails, they're still going to milk that. They're still going to make money from GTA 5.
Yeah.
But, unless, Phil, you got anything else to say about GTA 6?
Nah, I pretty much said all I had to say about that.
I think that is it for tonight. I gotta wait for my sister to pick me up to take me to my mom's house because I left my car there.
No, you have a car? Hey, Phil, he stopped wearing a hat. He said he's gonna be wearing a hat to cover up his hair. I just wanted to point that out.
I stopped
And
wearing a hat last night.
Oh, I didn't even notice it, to be honest with you. And also, one more thing. I know Shane is busy with his new business venture, but Shane, stop ducking me. Come back on the show. I want to see you. I'm ready. I'm fired up. Stop ducking me. That is my message to Shane. And until he comes back, I will continue that message every week starting from now. So, Shane, come on, stop ducking me, stop running, stop being a ghost. Come on. If you want to show up and show me in the comments, do that. Shane, come on. You don't have to be scared. I don't bite. That's all I gotta say. That's the last thing I have to say for the show.
Hang on 1 second. I mean, you can always text Shane yourself on Instagram.
Nah, nope. I'm doing a call out each episode. I'm doing a call out each episode for Shane. But yeah, next Friday is gonna be good because I'm off. But I'm about to go
Cannot
continue.
wait for next Friday. We got a guest from Brazil.
Well, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be very interesting.
I need to ask him. Actually, let's come up with topics after this because we got to do our meeting.
We need to bring Miss Dean on a fun show. She had a lot to say today.
She was on a fun
Especially
show.
she.
Or no,
Oh
it
yeah,
was whenever the shows were mixed. Still,
yeah. It was mixed. She needs to be on a fun show. A show designated about where we just talk about different Marvel stuff because
she's always welcome.
she has a lot to say about Marvel stuff. So yeah, we need to
I
bring.
could talk for hours about Marvel.
Yeah, she has a lot to say, so we need to bring her on a fun show. She just has so much to say.
Let us know when. You're the guy that's supposed to bring us guests.
I mean, I would say next, but we got the next episode is with the guy from Brazil, so we can do the fun show after that if she's available.
All right. So you guys stay on because we got to do our meeting. But everyone else.
Hey, I'm gonna have to go after this. I can't
Alright.
stay on for the meet.
All right. We can text about it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I gotta go to comeback. Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you guys next week.
All right.
All right. See ya.
All right.